Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 1155th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 944,270 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number includes 1,210 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 8 tanks, 11 armored combat vehicles, 85 artillery systems, 1 multiple launch rocket system, 1 air defense system, 138 drones, 163 vehicles and 1 piece of special equipment. On the night of April 24, Russia launched a massive missile attack on Ukraine, using 70 missiles of various types and 145 drones. In the last 24 hours the Russians launched 133 combat clashes and carried out 72 airstrikes including 125 guided bombs on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 1,223 kamikaze drones and carried out around 4,578 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update on the Ukraine conflict, the Institute for the Study of War reports. The United States reportedly recently presented Ukraine with a 7-point proposal to end the war in Ukraine, in which the United States would recognize Crimea as part of Russia and allow Russian forces to continue to occupy significant parts of southern and eastern Ukraine. Available reporting about the contents of the U.S. proposal suggests that it marks a sudden and substantial change in the Trump administration's strategy for ending the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian officials reiterated Ukraine's continued commitment to the United States' March 2025 proposal for a full ceasefire as part of efforts to achieve a lasting peace. Russian officials rejected aspects of Trump's reported peace plan. Senior U.S., Ukrainian, and European officials held bilateral and multilateral talks about support for Ukraine and ending the war in London on April 23, but officials cancelled the scheduled multilateral talks at the foreign minister level. The US and Ukraine continue to take steps toward signing a joint mineral deal. Ukrainian forces likely conducted a drone strike against the Alabuga Special Economic Zone in the Republic of Tatarstan, where Russia assembles Iranian-provided Shahd drones. Russia continues to use chemical weapons against Ukrainian forces and civilians in violation of the Chemical Weapons Convention, of which Russia is a signatory. Ukrainian forces recently advanced near Borova and Toretsk. Russian forces recently advanced in Kursk Oblast and near Toretsk, Pokrovsk, and Kurakov. During his visit to the South Africa, Zelensky met with President of South Africa Cyril Ramaphosa. Zelensky has reaffirmed that Ukraine will not accept any ceasefire terms that undermine its constitution or core values. He emphasized that Ukraine had already accepted a US-proposed unconditional ceasefire, rejected by Russia, and called for global backing of peace efforts, including the return of prisoners and children. Rescue operations continue in Kiev after a devastating Russian missile strike left dozens injured and at least 12 dead. Ukrainian officials say a North Korean-made ballistic missile may have been used, raising concerns over the deepening military alliance between Moscow and Pyongyang. Zelensky condemned Russia's ongoing attacks on civilians, urging the international community to apply real pressure and strengthen Ukraine's air defenses. He called for a complete, unconditional halt to Russian strikes and warned that cooperation between authoritarian regimes threatens global security. First Lady Alina Zelenska oversaw the signing of a landmark agreement to establish a Center for Global Ukrainian Studies at the University of Pretoria. The initiative aims to foster international dialogue on shared values of freedom and dignity while promoting Ukrainian and Crimean Tatar culture, history, and language across the African continent. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.